What's going on, guys? It's Trader Mitch here, but no, not that kind of trader. I will always have your back and bring you the very best trades for your MLB The Show franchises. And today, we have a tall order here, rebuilding the Baltimore Orioles, a team that is ranked dead last in all of baseball in almost every category: contact, pitching, 25th in power, 26th in defense, 29th in speed, and they have a team budget of just over $100 million. 106 and a half. That's just not going to do it. I don't know what I'm going to do here. This is going to be very difficult. The goal here is to win a World Series within 3 seasons. I don't know if it's going to be possible, but we'll have to wait and see. So, looking at the starting pitchers they have John Means, who I'm going to try to keep. Hector Velasquez, Alex Cobb, who I'm definitely getting rid of because he makes $14 million. Just too much money to pay a 74 overall 32-year-old player. What's his name? Asher Wachishkuski. Yeah, we're going to definitely get rid of him. Cole Stewart and Josh Rogers. We have Paul Fry, Richard Blair, Tanner Scott, Sean Armstrong, and Travis Lakins in their bullpen, along with Michael Givens, who's their closer. Pedro Severino and Chance Sisco as their catchers. Probably going to trade Chance. Most likely, I might even trade Adley. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Chris Davis, definitely going to trade him. He's making a ton of money. He's a deep potential, 66 overall, just not much to offer. Hopefully we can find a trade for him. Hanser Alberto at second and Pat Valleca, not bad options there. Rio Ruiz at third, Jose Iglesias and Richie Martin at short. They got Renato Nunez, Anthony Santander, Dwight Smith Jr., and Andrew Velasquez in left. Austin Hayes in center, and Trey Mancini in right. So let's go ahead. I don't know what we're going to do, but let's go ahead and just try to find some trades that work well for us. And I'll see you guys when I make my first trade. All right, so for the first trade we're trading away Chris Davis and Adley Rutschman. I wanted to keep Adley Rutschman, but in order for me to get rid of Chris Davis, I had to add a really young, talented player so I could get a good return back. And I get a pretty good return back here with the Marlins: Jonathan Villar, Corey Dickerson, and Pablo Lopez, who I know I've traded for a lot in my rebuilds, but he just does so well. I just can't pass him up. And Jonathan Villar, he used to be on the Orioles, and now he's coming back. So welcome home, baby. So this next trade is more of like a salary dump, as well as getting what I need in return. I get a good starting pitcher in Jose Quintana and a good, decent reliever in Alec Mills. I give up Dwight Smith Jr., who, I mean, I could have kept him, but he was one of my lowest ranked outfielders, so I figured why not get rid of him. A shortstop prospect who's a 64 overall, not really nothing special there, and Alex Cobb, who I wanted to get rid of anyway. So that's the second trade. For this next trade, I really needed a catcher, and I get a really good one in Omar Narvaez. Also, I get a starting pitching prospect, Zach Brown, who is almost MLB ready. I might even make him my 5th starter / long reliever. So, because he's 69 overall, and anytime you're in the 70s and above, you're pretty much MLB ready. So, we might give him a shot. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm giving up Tom Eshelman, who is one of my top lowest starting pitching prospects. At center fielder, Cedric Mullins, who's 65 overall, and another left fielder, Andrew Velasquez. All right, so for this next trade, I get everything I need. I needed a starting pitcher, I needed a right fielder, and I needed a reliever, and I get all 3 of those, and I don't really have to give up much. Chance Sisco, who he is 25 years old, 68 overall beat potential, so not a bad player in the future for them. Cole Stewart, who is 24 years old, C potential, 70 overall, nothing really special. And then Grayson Rodriguez is one of my top starting pitching prospects, 20 years old, A potential, 65 overall. So there you go, Indians. Thank you so much for that package deal. For this next trade, I really needed more relievers, more top relievers, and also I really needed a DH, and I get a good one in Jose Martinez. I'm giving up Zach Brown, who I just acquired from the Brewers. I'm also giving up Austin Hayes, along with DJ Stewart. And I take on about $1 million in payroll. That's okay. You know, sometimes you got to spend money to make money. For this next trade, I take on quite a bit of salary, about $4 or $5 million. But I get a 5th starter, pretty good one, 76 overall, not terrible. giving up 3 C potential players, so really not much of a loss there. For this next trade, I really needed another starting pitcher, another good starting pitcher. He's an 83 overall. I didn't have to give up much for him. Wade LeBlanc, who is a 67 C potential, 32-year-old, old, not going to contribute at all. Would have started the year in the minors. A reliever, Richard Blyer, who is a D potential, 70 overall, nothing special there. Hunter Harvey, however, is the player that makes this deal go through. He is a 25-year-old, A potential, 64 overall. Not a bad looking prospect, but I'm in win now mode, so let's go ahead and get this deal done. This is going to be my final trade. I'm trading for Aaron Bummer, a lefty bullpen arm. I'm giving up Gunnar Henderson, Josh Rogers, and Yusniel Diaz. Gunnar Henderson is really the player that makes us go through. 18 years old, 60 overall already, B potential, but his contact and power and vision, it's all pretty low. So he wouldn't be ready within 3 years anyway. So let's go ahead and get this deal done. All right, so looking at the team, we have Denison Lamet, Jose Quintana, Aaron Savali, John Means, and Pablo Lopez as the starters. We have Anthony Disclafani in the long relief role. We have other relievers, Aaron Bummer, Alec Mills, Nick Whitgren, and Paul Fry. 2 setup men, Diego Castillo and Jose Alvarado, along with our closer, Michael Givens. And as far as our lineup goes, we have Jonathan Villar, Corey Dickerson, Trey Mancini, Anthony Santander, Ramo Reyes, Omar Narvaez, Jose Martinez, Renato Nunez, and Hanser Alberto. And on the bench, we have Rio Ruiz, Jose Iglesias, Pedro Severino, and Pat Valleca. And without further ado, let's go ahead and send the season and see how we do. All right, so as you can see, the Orioles finished 92-70 on the year, and they won the division. What? Wow, okay. The Yankees finished 87-75, 5 games back. Red Sox finished 9 games back. Okay. Wow, okay. And we're ranked 16th overall currently in the world of baseball. So looking at the league leaders, looks like John Means had a really good year. He led the AL and ERA, and Michael Givens had the most saves and awards. We have a Gold Glove for Narvaez, Trey Mancini, and Hanser Alberto. Okay. Nelson Cruz and Max Scherzer were your MVPs. Cy Young, Max Scherzer, and Justin Verlander. Batting title for Anthony Rendon and Freddie Freeman. Reliever of the Year, Sean Doolittle and Roberto Ozuna. Rookie of the Year, Yashitomo Tsutogo and Shogo Akiyama. Hank Aaron, Freddie Freeman, and Anthony Rendon. So let's go ahead and take a look at our team, see how everybody did on the pitching side. Dinelson Lamet, ERA is a little high, actually very high. WHIP is high too. But the strikeouts are there. The innings are decent. So, I don't know. He's not really a number ace, but, he's my overall wise the highest rated. So, that's why he's my number 1. You got Jose Quintana, who struggled 9-13 on the year with a 4.75 ERA. And the WHIP is actually lower than Lamet's, but it's still not good. So that's something to keep an eye on. Savali, 5-13 on the year with an ERA of 5. Okay, that's not good. That's really not good. I don't know how I made the playoffs. I don't even know how I won the division. How did we win the division with the top 3 guys like that? Like, that's crazy. Pablo Lopez didn't do bad, 13-10 with a 1.36 WHIP. WHIP is slightly high, but it's so far the best of the 4. And John Means, 14-4 with 2.35. Really, he should have been the ace. He's my number 5, but he did really well. Anthony Disclafani, 8-5 on the year. Okay, I mean, Yeah, ERA of 4.48 is high, but that's not terrible for a long reliever. Aaron Bummer 8-2, very solid season, 2.09 ERA. Alec Mills, very good season with 3.59 ERA. He also pitched in 100 innings pitched. So anytime you can have a reliever do that, putting up numbers like that, that's really good. Nick Whitgren struggled mightily. ERA over 5. Paul Fry, very good, 2.86. Diego Castillo had an ERA of 5. Jose Alvarado was lights out, 1.38. And Michael Givens was decent, 3.63. But he did have the most saves. He blew 12. 12 blown saves. What? So he could have, if he would have been perfect, he could have tied the major league record at 62. It's crazy. Crazy to think about. So yeah, the pitching staff is definitely nothing special. Hopefully we can, make up for it with our hitting. All right. Well, Jonathan VR put a pretty decent season. 276 batting average, 27 home runs, 75 RBIs with 31 stolen bases. Jose Iglesias, I guess he must have been playing for someone who got injured, but he did. I mean, not bad. 264 is whatever. The on base percentage is low though. The slugging is low, so that's a little concerning. Actually, I'm not too concerned because he's older. He wasn't a player I was counting on, so I guess he's just filling in for whoever's injured. And Corey Dickerson put up decent numbers: 288 batting average, 24 home runs, 38 doubles. Not bad. Franmil Reyes hit 275. Okay, 39 home runs, 87 RBIs, 32 doubles, slugging over 500. All right. Trey Mancini, okay, not bad. 266, 34 home runs, 89 RBIs. All right, not bad. Omar Narvaez, 266, 22 home runs. Okay, about identical to what he did the year before. Renato Nunez, okay, yeah, about identical to what he did the year before as well. Okay, Jose Martinez hitting over 300. That's good. 22 home runs, 92 RBIs. Hanser Alberto, 12 home runs, 46 RBIs. Meh. Nothing special there. And we're back at the top. So Anthony Santander, I thought he was starting. Not sure why he's on the bench now, but he did terrible. Rio Ruiz hit over 300 in his 113 at bats. Pedro Severino was bad. Pat Vlaka was, he was okay. I mean, he wasn't terrible, but he wasn't like really good. So, who's injured? I think we have someone injured. No, we don't. Besides Evan Phillips, but whatever. He's minor leaguer. So yeah, I'm not sure how we made the playoffs, to be honest. I mean, yeah, it just doesn't make any sense to me. 742 runs scored, 707 runs allowed. That is second worst in in the AL East. How did we win? How did we win the division? I don't get that, but we're just gonna go ahead and go with it here. We're gonna sim the first 3 games. We're probably gonna get decimated. We'll see. Here we go. And we swept the Angels. Okay. We swept the Angels, and now we're gonna face Oakland. All right, so we have Pablo Lopez and Luzardo facing off. John Means, Dennis Lement. Okay. Well, all right. Here we go. We're going to sim the first 3 games to see how we do. And we're 3-0 on the Athletics. Okay. Okay, I was to say, there's no way we're going to, there we go. There's no way we're going to sweep back-to-back series like that. Wow, all right. So now we're facing the Nationals in the World Series. Let's go ahead and sim the first 3 games, see how we do. And we're up. We're up 3-0 against the Nationals. Can we sweep them? No, we can't sweep them. But we did win. We won in Game 5, 10-2. Wow, what? I don't get this. I do not get this. We are ranked, middle of the road, 15th overall in baseball, and we just won a World Series. That just tells you that it doesn't matter how you get in, but as long as you get in, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. You could be a wild card team. You could be the Orioles, winning only 92 games, winning their division with 92. I don't get that. I mean, the Reds won 94, the Dodgers won 109, Cubs won 100, Nationals won 101. I mean, Angels won 94. How did we 92 wins? That's crazy. How did I even pull this off? Well, anyways, you got a playoff MVP for Omar Narvaez, World Series MVP for Omar Narvaez, who absolutely went off 450 during the World Series with 13 RBIs. 17 RBIs total in the postseason. Wow. So him and Mancini totally just went off. And Iglesias hit, 5 home runs all year? He hit 5 home runs all year and hit 3 in the postseason. That's crazy. Well, that's the rebuild, guys. That's how it ends. We unexpectedly won a World Series. We won the division, 92 wins, and then we swept the Angels, and we almost swept the Oakland Athletics, but we still wound up winning. And then we almost swept the Nationals, and we won in Game 5, the World Series, Season 1. Outstanding job. Next, I'm probably going to be rebuilding another tougher team, the Marlins. So make sure you stay tuned for that video. Peace.